Hello friends, welcome to today's daily devotion. We're continuing to look at roots, Advent and the family tree of Jesus. And Jesus' family tree has its roots in the book of Genesis, so that's what we've been exploring. Today we're in Genesis chapter 32, reading verses 22 through 24 and 28. We are now in the generational line. We've gone from Abraham to Isaac, and now Isaac's son, Jacob. Hear now these words. That night Jacob got up and took his 2 wives, his 2 female servants, and his 11 sons, and crossed the ford of the Jabbok. After he'd sent them across the stream, he sent over all his possessions. So Jacob was left alone, and a man wrestled with him until daybreak. Then the man said, "Your name will no longer be Jacob, but Israel, because you have struggled with God and with humans and have overcome." Jacob is Israel. And the rest of the Old Testament will go back and forth in talking about the sons of Jacob and the sons of Israel. And both of those phrases are referring to the people of Israel, the nation of Israel that is descended out of Jacob and his eventually 12 sons. He has 1 son that has not yet been born when he has this time of wrestling. Now, what is that with Jacob and the person he's wrestling with? The NIV version describes him as a man, but other versions of the scripture make it quite clear that Jacob is not wrestling with a regular man. He is wrestling with, at minimum, an angel and perhaps even a pre-incarnate Jesus, and they are wrestling all night long. Now, when I was growing up, I had a friend who lived down the street from me, and one of the things that we would do a lot is wrestle. Most of the time, it was playful wrestling, and nobody got hurt, but there were a few times that it took a serious turn, and we would really get at each other until somebody really was in pain. Life can sometimes feel that way. It's a gentle tug here and there, and then sometimes it's just really grabbing you hard. Well, think about Jesus and how he had to wrestle. His wrestling took place in the Garden of Gethsemane, where he wrestled with the will of God and the will of a very human Jesus, because he knew he was about to face his greatest test, the test of the cross. And it was so hard for him that he sweat blood. Well, maybe if Jesus had wrestled with Jacob back in Jacob's day, now it's Jacob's turn to encourage Jesus in Jesus' day. For you see, the name Israel means to contend with God. And my friends, that's what we are doing. We are contending with God, but thanks to Jesus and his own wrestling, he has given us the ability to be called the children of God, the sons and daughters of the King. And so when we wrestle with life, we do not wrestle alone. We have angels on our side. We have Jesus Christ himself on our side. So when you feel like you are wrestling all night long, know that you're just another person of Israel. And I'll see you tomorrow for another daily devotion.